Hey guys, it's Mike from That's Cool Vintage Collectibles. Okay, so today on the show I'm going to try something different that I haven't done before, and that is a new feature called Historical Locations. And this is something I think as a collector, we are really interested in the history of items and pieces and places. And I think it's part of the reason that I like to collect things is I like collecting history. I like collecting artifacts that relate to a certain period in history or a certain time or experiences that I've had myself. So this new feature is going to be called Historic Locations, and it's going to be places that I visited that have historical significance. And I'll just share some pictures and a few stories from that. They're not going to be long videos, but just a little bit of a glimpse at some of these places. And I just thought it might be interesting to share that as well on the channel. So I hope you enjoy that and like this direction. It's not going to be as often as the other videos, but once in a while I thought I'd post these too. So today we're going to talk about the Hofbräuhaus, which is a really old beer hall in Munich, Germany, and I'm going to share some of my stories from being there. Stay tuned. So back in 2009, I had the opportunity to go to Germany, and I spent a weekend in Munich and just had a wonderful time. Yeah, Munich's a great city. There's wonderful architecture, great people, and a really lively atmosphere. There's lots to do. It's a nice city to walk around in. It's a medieval city, so the roads are all nice twisty, turny things. And there's still damage from the war visible on some of the old Gothic churches and things like that. There's still just some interesting sights and things to walk around to do. And I had a great time there. And in the evening or towards late afternoon, the people we were traveling with decided to take us to Hofbräuhaus, and it was great. We started in the late afternoon just having some snacks and some beer outside in a park, and eventually wound up inside at the Hofbräuhaus. So I was not really prepared for the environment that I was walking into. I didn't really realize how big a beer hall in Germany could be, and this could hold thousands of people. It was a massive place, and just beer everywhere. It was very spectacular, and the atmosphere was wonderful. People were very friendly, and it's funny. I kind of laughed because I don't know if North America could handle this. I didn't see anybody obnoxiously drunk. I didn't see people doing stupid things. They were just enjoying themselves, having a conversation. The beer was just part of the night. It wasn't the purpose. And, they were massive beer steins that these people were drinking. But nobody was getting out of hand. I didn't feel at risk of any kind of altercation or anything like that. It was very, very friendly atmosphere. And, I don't know in North America if that would have been the case. And so it was interesting. Just the European approach to that and mentality was eye-opening for me. And just that, a place like that can exist so freely without any issues or any problems. And it's just part of everyday culture. And I think that's important. And I think it's a good lesson for anybody traveling to just see how other cultures and people do things, because this certainly could have got well out of hand with this number of people drinking this heavily, but everybody was great, and the food was kind of coming around, and you could it was big on bratwurst, of course, and pretzels and things like that, and it was great. It was all made in-house and fantastic. So really enjoyed myself. It was a great spot and wonderful time. So one of the darker chapters of the Hofbräuhaus was this is also where the Nazi Party started in Germany, and Hitler would have his first meetings to form the party. By 1921, he was the Führer and was addressing up to 2,000 people at a time inside. And when I'm in there at that time learning about this, it was a little bit chilling to picture that room filled with supporters of the Nazi Party and just the start of all that. So it was a bit of an experience just to be there and to see that and to kind of understand that's where that happened. It was a bit chilling, to be honest, but certainly not the environment I was in at that time. It was just such a great night, and the vibe was wonderful. And of course, you can't help but be happy if you're just drinking beer after beer, and everybody's enjoying themselves. And now it's become such a tourist destination that lots and lots of people there from other places. And it was really an enjoyable experience. Right next door is, or at least at that time when I was there, was the Hard Rock Cafe. So there was lots of cool rock and roll memorabilia and things like that on display. And it was a really enjoyable evening. Just had a great time. And by the time I left, I'm not sure how much of a straight line I was walking by that point. We'd been in there since the late afternoon. So it was quite an experience, and just loved it. So one of those things that I can say I've done and I've been to, but it was super cool. So let me know if you've been and what your experiences there were like, and how much you enjoyed it as well. And this is just a new little part of the page that I'm trying, or the channel, and trying to get some other content on that's just about historical locations. And this one, being established in the 1500s is quite a building to go see, and something to, totally different than we're used to in North America. So it was very exciting for me, and I rather enjoyed myself. So there you go. That's the new feature on the channel, historic locations, and it'll be once in a while. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for all of the support, and keep on collecting.